Welcome
Welcome,
to Shade
Shade
in
in
the
the
City.
City.
I am your girl, Treese.
It's Nellz.
And today we are jumping into our review of The Love That Is After the Lockup, Season 5, Episode 5. And I do believe it's Rome is not where the heart is. Okay. And I imagine they're talking about Rome, Georgia.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, Shade Squad, and welcome to all of our new viewers. If you have not already, please make sure y'all hit that like button.
And that subscribe button.
And y'all, let's jump right into it because, I'm excited. I get to do some of the people I never get to do, but I'm a little upset because I don't get to give my regular reads to the people that need it, but it's okay. I'm sure Nellz will do them justice. But anyway, let's get into it and let's get shady. So now we know Brittany left before, and we were like, oh my God, Brittany left. And she left with the money and her things. This is not good. But she ain't going nowhere. She ain't going nowhere. She was downstairs talking to Gracie in her car. And they was, having a little, kumbaya moment. Now,
Well,
Andy.
Brittany was fooled because she thought she was going somewhere.
Right.
Gracie said, no, not today, boo.
She said, not on my good gas.
She said, you stay here and deal with this mess.
Right. So Andy goes to, I say confront, but I guess you could say he just kind of goes to talk to her because Andy is not good at confrontation at all, as we know.
I felt like he was trying to be funny a little bit.
Huh?
I felt like he was trying to be funny a little bit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so what happened? Because I saw you take your bag. What?
Right.
What
So my notes say he wants to know what the hell happened with this whole performance that you just put on, and you stormed out and you walked out with bags, and you got in the car with Grace. And he was like, I assumed you were running away.
Even when he called, I felt like it was a little bit of a dig too, because even when he called Barry, he was like, yeah, she didn't go anywhere. She never left. I was like, sir.
Well, I love how
you definitely thought she was.
That was the plan, but she said that was her plan if Grace needed her. But apparently, I guess Gracie didn't need her all like she thought she did.
Gracie already told her she didn't want to chill with her, so.
So anyway, so she decides that yes, let's get on the road. It's time to go. But she also tells him that she feels like he wasn't very supportive. So my whole thing is poor Andy is clearly he got his kids sitting outside while your kids have a birthday party and a cake that his son made for you, and you're getting on him about not being supportive to your kids when he's ignoring his own damn kids.
He didn't ignore. Look, he didn't ignore him. He got to spend quality time with him.
Right. The same thing that you're claiming you're so upset about, and you don't know who he is as a person, and you're questioning. Make it make sense. I'm just saying. So, anyway, she's not thrilled to be going to Rome, but she basically knows that if she stays, she ain't gonna be on the straight and narrow for too long.
And she probably gonna be on the street with her little $500. Ain't gonna get you too far.
You said, look, I said that might get you far, depending on. Well, now Brittany looks obviously annoyed on this car ride to Andy's and is nervous because she knows he's looking forward to some time alone. That's what I think. Again, these are my thoughts watching the scene. Okay. So Andy thinks Brittany's awkwardness is from the adjustment, from, getting out of jail and, just not being back in, normal environment. This is what makes me mad. This is what makes me mad about Andy. Hold on, before you start caping. This is what makes me mad about Andy. He knows the shit be clear as day in front of his face, and he just makes up some oh, well, no, it's because she's coming from jail and she hasn't been out. And so she, now I will say this. So Barry said, you know what? This is weird. All this awkward silence. He's like, I'm going over my friend's house. I didn't have to deal with y'all for long enough. I'm going somewhere else. Give y'all some alone time. She's like, why are you just standing there? Everything about Andy irritates her.
Well, because she was like, okay, he went to go lay down, I'm resting, and you just over here just hovering. Like you just standing here, just looking at me like. And then it was messed up because he was like, okay, well, then I'll relax. But she got her feet up on the couch, like, don't come relax next to me.
That's true. He did sit on it. I was like, why did he sit on the other couch? That's awkward. But
because there wasn't no open invitation. She just wants you to stop staring at her.
My point is, all the signs are there that she is not feeling you. Ain't no awkwardness, ain't no adjustment. She's not feeling, okay? That's been very apparent, again, when she sat outside for 2 hours and while she went and had a whole kids party and didn't bother to bring you no water. Did she even bring you some pizza outside?
Listen. I think she definitely should have gave him a heads up, but I don't think she decided till she got there, after talking to Gracie. But I do think it was, pretty rude for her to just leave him outside with nothing to do. But I do think Andy could have found something to do.
That part.
Somewhere else. But I don't 100% think she's wrong for not inviting him in to meet the kids. And I'm just meeting you.
Well, again, a lot of things is wrong with Andy. So then Brittany falls upon a headache and of course and admits that what? So she falls
upon a headache.
Falls upon a headache conveniently. Look, that happens a lot this episode. And so, yeah, she's like, oh, I just can't. And I'm just really struggling with myself. And, it's not just Andy. And she tells him she wants to go sleep in the guest room because, he's a stranger. She said, there's a stranger in my house. Bitch.
I mean, technically. It's a stranger in his house. So you damn right it's a stranger in his house.
Oh.
You could have kept that back with Gracie.
That's good old Andy and Brittany.
Goodness. Yeah, that was a whole lot. Next up on the list, fools, is Melissa and Louie.
I really do without them.
You said what?
I could do without them.
I thought you liked them.
I'm not here for the. We'll get into it. I'll get there, but no, I like in this cast of people. I don't know. I think I could do without them.
Well, Louie found out from his probation officer that he just needs to apply for interstate compact, which they basically do there in Georgia. They'll submit it to New Jersey, and if he gets accepted, it takes like 45 days.
Yeah.
Is my main too happy about that?
Of course not.
She is written all over her face. Okay. She said, F this. I'm going to my car. You coming to dinner? He said, well, I'll be there to get some clothes, but I'm going on a date tonight. She ain't too happy about that either. She basically told him, screw you. Okay. Went and hopped in her ride.
Because she wants her, and that, I guess that's another thing that's like to their storyline is like not amusing to me. Is her like wanting her son to be her whole man. That's like really disturbing.
Speaking of that, okay, apparently the PO told him, in order to get your address in New Jersey, it's better if it comes from a family member. So Melissa got this bright idea. Oh, you mean like from your wife?
Right.
We can do that. She said, no. Let's slow down, sunshine. Let's slow down. But Louie all on board. Apparently, this is something they've been talking about forever. Okay, that's another thing that pissed Donna off. She like, listen, this is my man. Okay, and he's staying.
But then he gonna realize how damn crazy she is, and we'll get there.
So yeah, so Louie and Melissa are getting ready for their dancing date night. Apparently, Louie wanted to do this for the longest time because he thinks it's romantic. I don't know how many movies he'd been watching while he was locked up, and just thought that this was a great idea. And Melissa's all excited about it too because she's fantasizing and romanticizing that this is like her second prom. Donna put her right in her spot and said, "No, girl. I was there when he went to prom, actually. Okay. And he did go with the most popular girl in school.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Melissa, she's used to Donna's antics, so she really don't let it bother her. Okay. She like, this is about to be my whole husband, lady. I don't give a damn about what she's saying. So on their way to the
Does
date,
have that going for her.
on their way to the date, I guess he was all up in his phone, maybe typing away or doing something. She wasn't really feeling it. She asked him to put his phone down. He's like, damn, like, let me, you know what I mean? Let me do what I'm doing. Like, what you think I'm over here doing? So he basically tells her, anything I got in my phone, it don't matter. You can see it. Like, do you want to see my text messages? Do you want, first of all, you've been locked up for 10 years. What the hell are you texting? I'm not saying you can't text nobody, but
he back on the block. He wanted,
but what, he been home for a whole, what, has it even been 48 hours? Whose numbers do you got in your phone?
Now that you put it like that.
Whose numbers you got in your phone? I mean,
well, you'll be surprised. I mean, I guess you keep up with people while you in jail.
Yeah, dudes.
And then and then like, when you get out, you be like, hey.
Unless they still in there. You ain't texting them.
No, well, you never know.
Listen, you know what? And I made a point to say, we don't know if it's actually been 10 years since he had some. So who knows where he got it from. But whoever he texted, whatever, he is entitled to that. I just wanted to know who it could have been. Okay. So I was really hoping she'd have pulled the card.
That's a valid
like,
point.
Who the hell is this?
These are valid points.
But anyways, they both decide, you know what, let's go and chill out. This is our first night out. You just got home. But when they got to the dance studio, Melissa was not feeling the cute little dance instructor.
She was not.
Okay. She was like, this cute little young thing. She said, I thought this was a dance studio, not like a dance lesson. Okay. I thought we was just here to dance, not just a one-on-one with this girl who keep on telling me I'm doing stuff wrong. And
that would be something I would get upset about.
And they're constantly telling Louie, yeah, you're perfect. You're
yeah.
You're a natural.
That would very much be me.
So she definitely got super jealous. She thinks
but see, I don't think I would have got jealous and thought the woman wanted him. I would have just been more pissed up. I know everything, so I'm not very coachable.
You know what? I didn't think that it was a reason for her to get jealous until Melissa was like, well, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. She was like, oh, that's fine. We'll just be here practicing. But they weren't practicing before she left. But like, oh, don't be doing nothing behind. Listen, y'all wait. Y'all sit separately while I'm gone.
Right.
But yeah, basically, Melissa feels like the dance instructor got an unalived wish. Okay.
Now, look, after he left that practice, then I'd be in his phone. Make sure you ain't got no new contacts, mother.
They all knew. That's my point. They only been 2 days. They all knew. The hell? But yeah, basically, she feels like a third wheel on her own damn date. So I guess the dance instructor got to go.
Sometimes you got to go when you're out here acting like a hub. Okay, now Brittney and Kerok. Now Kerok is stressing me and Brittney out on the way to his probation office. As we know, Brittney went to the wrong one, so Kerok has an attitude, and is also being a backseat driver, but he's in the passenger seat. But it was irritating.
I would have definitely handed him over the keys.
Absolutely. So after his visit, we learned he was sentenced to 60 years of probation. Did I have that accurate?
No. He gets off of probation on 2060.
Well, it's not hold on.
It's 2000.
20,
It's
40?
2023.
Okay, 40 years. That's still a
Oh,
long time.
well, almost 40 years.
Don't do that.
I
I didn't excel in that. Don't do that. But basically he thinks that if he, lives his life right and does good over the next 2 years that, they will cut it down to like
it
2 or
reminded
3.
me. He just said get off on good behavior. Listen, it reminded me of Diamond. I was like, maybe if you get out there and say a speech,
Right, and give
do a fundraiser.
So they had no restrictions about he and Brittany living together, so that's a good thing because I guess that's a reoccurring thing we're seeing this episode. Then after she waits for him to get out, it's pouring down rain, and he makes her get out the car in the pouring rain to bring him an umbrella. And I guess it was supposed to be cute because he carried her back.
I thought that was cute. But the thing was, so at first, initially I was confused because I was like, why doesn't she just pull up in front of the building?
Right.
Because he called her, he's like, yo, I'm outside. I'm like, why wouldn't she just pull up in front of the building? Then when they show where she was parked, and I guess you couldn't pull up in front of the building.
Unless she pulled up in the grass.
Exactly. Then I was like, I don't know. Yeah, you definitely would have been running to the car in the rain.
Right.
But I mean, I guess, yeah, to make it up, I don't know. I guess it was cute that he picked her up and, he was like, she's getting her feet wet and it's nasty. What'd you expect her to do? She got on heels and then, I mean, it was either that or take them off. You told her to get out the damn car and bring your umbrella. You knew it was raining. Why you didn't take an umbrella inside with you?
Anyway, so Kerok and Brittany meet up with Coffee. Is that
Coffee or he calls her cough drop.
Okay, so
I was like, you know what? Those are two different coughs, but whatever.
Okay, right. So Coffee is apparently his mentor, but also, I guess, partner to his. I got like
prison mom. His what?
I said like his play mom.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So Kerok shares that he plans to make gospel rap. I didn't realize, but okay. Shout out to Kerok. I love the Lord. It says that he wants to go get surgery to complete his transition. And I was just like, okay, so, and then I think Coffee was basically just like, I don't think you need to do all that. Just kind of keep it in the gym and stay flexing. You good how you are. Why would you need to go get surgery? And they just talk about how, times have changed so much because at one point in time, Coffee shares like, back in my day, nobody wanted to be gay. Like nobody ever wanted to come out. And now here you are, you can come out and be exactly who you want to be. And there's enough procedures and hormones and things out there that, do you, if that's what makes you happy. But then Kerok talks about wanting to be accepted for his spirit and not his flesh. And I was like, okay, I get what you're saying, Kerok. But I was just like, but it seems like you're not even accepting what you're,
Well, he accepts the thing is, I understand where he was coming from, but people don't see your spirit initially.
Right.
They see your flesh first, unfortunately. So.
And so Brittany just, we see them talk about it the next day, and she's talking about how she can relate to him.
I want some of that ice cream that they had.
I don't even think I noticed that they were eating ice cream.
Yeah, I think it was ice cream or frozen yogurt or something, but it had like real like fruit and stuff in it, like just mixed in. It looked good.
Okay, yeah. Shade Squad, go find that place for Nellz.
I ain't going all the way to Richmond to get it, but
right. Oh, well then, see, it'd be different if it wasn't unattainable, if you didn't have to drive, but it's attainable.
I mean, I need to find one out here. I need to find one out here somewhere.
You're funny. So yeah, so we see them talking, and she's basically just telling Kerok that she can relate to, him not being happy with the way his body is right now. And she, is like, I want to BBL. And he's like, that's not the same thing. He's like, that's not the same thing. And don't try to compare the two, gender is different. But I think I understood where she was coming from. You don't like your body. I have things I don't like about my body. It's a similar, you know what I mean? Like, don't try to. So
Yeah,
I
she was
get
like, I'm not trying to compare. Basically, I can empathize with you.
right.
I'm not trying to
I
compare,
just
but
don't like how he tries to sun her like she's stupid. Like a lot of the time, I really do feel that way. Like a lot of the way Kira, I don't know. I just don't like that for somebody that's supposed to like love her so much and for a whole day. And I don't know. I don't know, for whatever reason, this particular episode, I didn't think their relationship was the healthiest, but like, I don't know, it just made me really see how unhealthy it is. Cause I'm like, this girl just dotes on him and will do whatever. And Kirok is just kind of disrespectful.
I think part of it is she holds back a lot too. She
Yeah,
doesn't actually always express how she feels, or if they're having a conversation and it starts going back and forth, she kind of backs down a little bit. So
that's true. But again, he sons her.
mhm.
And I'm just like, at what point are you not, I mean, we'll all get there, but she's still young. But it's just like, at what point are you gonna get tired of not having a voice or not being, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
But no, so yeah, that's pretty. And then oh no, so then they start discussing the whole baby situation because Kirok is not willing to, as we know, get off the hormones in order to, get the eggs or whatever. She's like, well, fine, let's do a sperm donor. And I think what the it in my eyes from this particular scene is that he's not going to end up wanting kids. I think that's going to be the thing. I don't think that's going to be a deal breaker, and I think that's going to be a deal breaker for her.
I think initially he wanted kids until he found out all that he had to sacrifice in order to get them.
Right.
And now it's like, so if they do have kids, I guess the only route that they would be able to take is a sperm donor, which I guess initially they didn't want to do because it wouldn't have his DNA.
Right. But she seemed like, I mean, maybe that is her thing, her deal breaker, because she wants some kids. She has no problem driving up to Alexandria, as we know. So, just saying.
Crease's favorite of all faves.
It can't
Okay,
be. It can't be.
it's definitely her fave. Joy and Red.
No. But you know what? I don't, you know what? I'm good. No, I can't take Joy. I was trying to choose because I thought you were going to say Raneka, but Joy is definitely not my favorite. I can't claim Raneka. I can't go do that bad, but I damn sure can't do Joy.
It's her favorite, y'all.
No.
So Joy, she gets off the plane. She went to go visit Ray's mom. She is like all in a car, just amazed by the streets that he drove down. And this is the city he was
What do
raised
you
in.
think of her little
She act like he was a whole celebrity or something. But basically, she's been talking to the mom daily for 5 years. So this is the first time they're meeting in person. It was super emotional. She said that she can tell that Joy is genuine and she can just feel the love and energy from her. Now, she's showing her pictures of Red, who I don't remember what the hell she said his real name was. I don't know.
It's not, damn it,
Red.
Randall.
I didn't think it had anything to do with Red or R.
It's like Grandall or something.
Oh, I think it was Gray something.
Yeah.
We're gonna call him Gray, just like we're gonna
Yeah.
call her. Well, no, we're gonna call him Red. So yeah, basically he was a super smart kid. He graduated early, and then she got a call one night that he was arrested for robbery with the pow pow. So of course she was in complete shock. She says that she lost their father super early, and then he's been gone for 10 years. So it's been super hard. She would love to say that she got a perfect, amazing son, but he's 30 now. She really don't know who the hell he is. Okay, and she know things are gonna be different when he get older. And she asked Joy if you ready to hop on this roller coaster. Then sis pull up. Sis pulled up. Apparently she shows up with
Destiny.
cars. Yes, there you go, Destiny. She shows up with a car that Joy bought for Red for $7,000. She bought it from the sister Destiny.
Who said money can't buy you love?
$7,000 and you over here pawning stuff. Girl.
My notes literally say you out here pawning family heirlooms.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
Ain't no fucking way.
Mm-mm. So, they went out to the car to sit, have a conversation. And she basically let her know that she messed up. Okay. She cheated on her brother, and is she done playing around? Joy tries to give excuses. He wasn't really there for me. I'll do more for him. And she's like, girl, ain't no excuse for cheating.
I like how she stood up to the sister, though.
She was like, basically, what you expect. He's been locked up for 10 years. And she's like, this is our relationship. I'm done with this conversation. She goes in the house crying. I'm going to go talk to mama. Sister, you mean my mama? I thought, this is not a very good meeting. Okay. She's like, it's my mama too. Sister, girl, if he marry you, which probably ain't going to happen because my brother going to get back. But she ain't really say all that. But that's really what it was given.
That's really what it was given. So
when they went in the house, it was really like, it was like two sisters like fighting and going to snitch and tell their mama, like for real. Because mama's like, what's going on? Like, what happened? And basically, Dusty's like, this girl's a hoe. She done cheated on my brother with 3 different dudes. Okay. And mama's like, well, I didn't know that. Why you ain't ever tell me? And she was like, I mean, y'all talk daily for 5 years. I thought she would have said something with her genuine, true self.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
That's really what it was given. So then,
Mom's like, why didn't you tell me she was a hoe?
Yeah, and she like, well, y'all been talking daily for 5 years. I thought she would have said something. She genuine, remember? And Joy is over there like, well, that's the only mistake I made just 3 times with 3 different people. I'm not trying to minimize it. It was just cheating though. So, but I love him. Okay. And they, what? Mama is like, what? I'm too through with this. I done dealt with enough. I can't get myself involved in their business. If he like it, I love it. Let's go on and see my son.
Right.
And that was it.
Oh, Jesus, on the main line. Tell him what you want. But okay, so Chelsea and Mikey. Chelsea has fallen sick as well, suddenly. And Mikey
just falling over.
Falling sick with headaches and backaches and my neck and my back. So Mikey is being very sweet and taking care of her, but he's a little disappointed that obviously he didn't get none. Chelsea is so grateful that Mikey was so sweet about everything. And then they go to visit his PO, and he's concerned about his travel restrictions while on parole. And, Chelsea is scared he'll have to stay in Kentucky the whole time. So he finds out basically the same thing that Louie finds out, that they got to do the 45 days. And then basically he can transfer over.
But one thing that he mentioned that Louie didn't mention is he can have a pass for 2 weeks to go and then come back and do the 45 days.
Oh.
I just thought it was a little sketch. Maybe he don't get the pass. I don't know. But I was just like, where Louie trying to go for his 2 weeks? Whoever he was texting in the car.
Well, Chelsea considers this a good idea, obviously, or, good news. So Chelsea and Mikey join his sisters for breakfast. Now, I don't know the one sister's name, but she worries that Mikey has too much on his plate right now. And she doesn't want him to have more than he can handle and, slip back into doing things that he's not supposed to be doing. So he shares his plans about his, going and trying to move with Chelsea and start afresh and get a job. And then he talks about how they were talking about marriage, and sister's like, oh, really? And is that
that was the wingman sister, the one that they used to homie hop. They used to, she used to screw his friends and he used to screw her friends. I was like, that's not weird at all.
That's not weird at all.
Right. But it sounded like she wanted to get back to that. So she like, let's get Chelsea out of the way.
Right. So he reveals he gave her a little promise ring. I said, damn, you didn't have to put it on your ring finger, but I don't know if you had to put it on your thumb.
I think it was too big. It was his ring. It wasn't really meant for her. He just gave it to her.
Oh.
Remember, she was like, oh, I like the ring. And he was like, you keep it. It's your promise ring. You can have it as a promise ring. but it was
Oh,
his
see, I
ring.
don't remember that. Shout out to
Yeah,
them.
it wasn't for her. It was his ring that he just gave.
Oh, see, thank you, because I was like, oh, that's terrible. Um, so he does say that, that's basically just a placeholder until, obviously he's ready to marry her. He worries about, no, I think she's more worried about her dad. And basically said that she wouldn't marry him without her father's blessing. And she doesn't plan to let him meet her dad for a while. So basically his sisters are like, I just feel like he's doing too much too fast.
And Chelsea ain't moving fast at all.
Yeah, Chelsea ain't moving fast at all.
She's like, nope, I'm Gucci.
And now it's Nell's favorite.
Nope, this is Tracy's favorite. I don't know why you be she playing. I don't know why she out here playing. She knows she love herself some Raneka. She is playing. So
That's
yes, Raneka and Asonta. Now, let me tell you something. I feel like this to me and this show, this is the Black Espo. It's getting dragged on and dragged on.
Right,
and
yeah.
on. How many episodes we gonna go before we get to the hotel room? If we get to the season finale and they just
I'm just upset because first of all, let's just keep it real. We didn't even, I mean, is her stupidity and naivety entertaining? Absolutely. But let's just keep it 100. We didn't even need her for another season for real because we saw the boy one time and we ain't seen him since. How much more of a storyline do you really have? He left, bitch. He's gone. Like, he's gone.
Well, we've seen these shows will chase people that ain't really there, catfish and all types of things.
Her and Tyree need to go get together. I think that they would be a match made in heaven.
Raneka and the investigator are on the hunt for Asonta still. Okay. He let her know about the text messages, basically saying, basically they playing chess, he playing checkers, or whatever the hell he said. Okay. Basically that they know
he said gangsters move in silence.
That basically that they know what he's up to or whatever. That's complete BS. But he said he ain't respond. Okay. He was thinking they could just pop up. Okay. And she said, yeah, because we gangster, they move in silence. Okay. So they just gonna pull up. He let her sit in he let her sit in the parking lot while he went in the lobby. Let me tell you something. This PI played no damn games. Okay. He asked dude, for some information. He was like, nah, I can't give you that, homie. All right. And then he just kept on prying and prying and prying. Listen, whoever the front desk agent, he about to lose his job. Okay. He about to lose his job.
Absolutely.
Okay? He's in there.
And they got you on camera giving out that.
All I kept on thinking was, you about to lose your job. But yeah, basically he's like, if I say what floor it is, you look up at me. If he's in this hotel, you blink. I said, what? And this man really went along with it. What? So you ain't even getting no money. You ain't getting no nothing.
Right.
You about to lose your job over nothing. So then, of course, he went outside. He gave Raneka the information while she was on the phone getting laughed at, clowned by her daughters for being a complete and utter dummy. And then she went inside. She went to go knock on the door. Now, of course, they ended it because they keep on dragging this damn scene on with someone opening the door. It sounds like Asonta saying, who is it or whatever, and then open the door. But maybe next episode we'll finally end this saga.
Your children think you're an embarrassment. That's a problem. And then one day there's gonna come a time where you're gonna want them girls to have respect for you, and you're gonna wonder why they don't.
And the fact you put this all on the TV.
Right.
They can't even go to school without being laughed at.
Yeah. And because you're easily identified with bright green hair, that it's not like it's hard to be like, that's day mama.
Just makes valid points.
But yes, guys, thank you so much for tuning
Yes,
in
thank
to
you, thank
another
you.
review of The Love After the Lockup. If you have not already, please make sure that you hit that like button,
You comment,
you subscribe,
and you hit the notification bell.
and make sure you're following us on all the platforms, the TikTok, the Twitter, the Facebook, and the IG. And we will catch you next week for another review. Have a good night. Bye-bye.
Good night.